favorite drink of Tim Burton, Nick Cage, and us.
Very
Steve
nice.
Johnson. I'm Steve Johnson.
Robert Lucas.
So when you're at the
you guys were heavily involved in the pre-production.
The first question I just want to start with,
Especially him mostly.
And so when you're in that production, it's very rare, so much development happens and then falls apart. It's very rare for something to kind of be celebrated for a movie that didn't happen.
It is.
So with that kind of oddity, were you both surprised that this started to evolve from an idea to actuality to now it's actually a film that's documenting something that didn't happen?
Well, I'm thrilled because I've worked on so many films that after hundreds of thousands of dollars and months of preparation and testing and prototyping fall apart. This is just such a great opportunity for the fans to see, what happened. Lift the curtain and go, wow, this is cool. And I'm so impressed with Mr. Schnepke for doing this.
Yeah, I didn't work on the film. I worked for Steve in the past, but I didn't work on the film at the time. Steve and I just opened up a brand new company called Brick and Mortar. But I helped also produce the documentary with Jon and Holly.
So, Steve, when you're working on, you get to, like Burton did with Batman, kind of use a stylized version of bring him to life. And when you worked with Colleen Atwood, who was the costume designer in technicality for this, what were the thoughts from her, if you're going to, make this new Superman, what were your thoughts? Did you want to go to the books? Did you want to stay away from the books? What were some of those early
Well, the really strange, laser-lit, iridescent, bizarre thing that we ultimately ended up coming up with was, it's kind of rooted in the lore of what actually happened. But, what Tim wanted to do was to create something that he did not have to digitally augment. And so, we did tests. They hired 3 companies to do tests. So you got 3 weeks, $50,000. Go! And we won the race, go figure. And so we just did the most outrageous thing we could possibly come up with. And it's almost impossible, literally. What we did was almost impossible. It was a hard shell, kind of exoskeletal, laser-lit, concert laser-lit system that probably might have been ultimately dangerous. But we didn't know what we were going to do in the beginning. We just, in the early 90s, there's a bunch of kids going, let's try silicone, let's try Xylem, let's try fiber optics, let's burn Nick Cage to death with malfunction. So we're just like, I don't know, let's just try something that looks cool.
Nick is very notorious for, immersing himself in a character, and so what were his thoughts on what you were building? What did he want from you?
He hated the first thing we did. He absolutely hated it. He was out of town, he was in New York, we went to New York and did a test fitting. The first version we built, this translucent full-body silicone thing that was meant, ultimately, to have the laser fiber optics and the clear iridescent shells on top of it. We didn't have to finish it. So we just went to fit the undersuit on him. And it kind of didn't fit, and it was kind of annoying. And I think to this day, Nick hates it. But it wasn't finished.
Right.
Just didn't have time to finish it.
Exactly.
It's a fitting. That's how it works.
The idea is
Colleen will tell you.
Well, then lastly, that is a practical suit, and we have moved away from that so much. Even if you see Age of Ultron and Vision, it's this mixture of makeup but CGI.
Right.
We've kind of do you lament that? That kind of trial and error of being as practical as possible.
Mr. Lucas and I do not lament that at all. For a long time, it was our worst enemy. Now it's our best friend because it's a new tool. And I'm more excited than I've been in 20 years because our new company, Brick and Mortar Productions, we're going in, and on each show that we chat with producers and directors about, we're like, okay, we can handle the hybrid between digital and practical and make it 1,000 times better because it comes from one mind. And so it's exciting because now we have this entirely new thing that's amazing, and we can root it back in reality, shoot it to outer space with digital, and make something, again, that's magic for audiences.
And then just lastly, there were some pretty amazing designs that you guys did.
Oh, for all the aliens?
Yeah. Did you bury that stuff, or did you end up having it inspire things that you did afterwards?
No, we worked with some really good artists, and I think beyond the Superman suit, I'm more bummed that we didn't get to make all those aliens. Because that would have been a menagerie that would have kicked the Cantina in Star Wars' ass. Because we were doing puppets and animatronics and prosthetics. No, it's buried.
Well, thank you so much,
Hopefully
guys.
we'll see it tonight.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Take care.
You too.